Hello my friends, welcome back. Leanna here. Today I thought it would be fun to play around with some new makeup products, new to me makeup products. If you would like to see how I achieved this look, then keep on watching. Alright y'all, let's get into it. The first thing I'm going with is this Glam Glow Super Mattifying 6 Acid Clarifying Primer. And I'm already in love with it because just as soon as I opened it, it said, "Hello, sexy. Will you marry me?" I think I got this in my BoxyCharm. I think so. Comes with this cute little spatula. Don't forget to save these because you can use those with your other products. So I've never used this before. I have no idea how much of it I need. I'm going to scoop out a little bit. I don't want to waste any, so... Now I'm going to warm that up a little bit in between my fingers. It has a minty smell to it. Definitely has a matte finish. It has a nice little slip to it. The next new to me product is this Becca Anti-Fatigue Under Eye Primer. I've heard a lot of good things about this under eye primer. And I do show a lot of fatigue here under my eyes. They get to be very, very dry and very crepey, so I'm hoping that this is going to help with that. It is a very fine cream that has a really nice slip to it. So you can hardly see that any of it's on my finger. Mel Thompson talks about this under eye primer all the time. She says that it's one of the most underrated products. It does feel really nice and hydrating. And then I'm going to try this Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. I am in the shade 320N. I believe that I got this in my Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, which goes to tell you that I have too many subscription bags and boxes and stuff because I can't remember where stuff came from. So I'm going to try one pump here on the back of my hand because I'm not sure how much I'm going to need. And then I'm going to dot that around. And then I'm going to take my e.l.f. Beauty Blender and blend that out. I believe that this color is a perfect match for me. And I think I'll try the Beauty Blender on this side of my face and then try the brush on the other. And then on the brush side I'm going to use this Real Techniques 407. It's a multitasking brush. I'm just looking for a fluffy brush because I saw somebody the other day do their foundation with a fluffy brush and it seemed to do really well. I think the Beauty Blender does a better job, so I'm going to take some more of what's left on my hand and build it up a little bit. So that's about 2 pumps applied to my skin. I think it looks really good. It does have a very soft luminous glow to it. It is in the fine lines on my forehead, but I have that no matter what I use, so. But it does not seem to be settling in the laugh lines here, which normally as I'm applying it'll settle into those lines. So, and then for my eye primer I'm going to use this MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. This is not new to me. I'm trying to use it up. It does seem to be a little bit drying on my mature eyes. However, I am finding that if I take a little damp beauty blender to apply it, it doesn't seem quite so dry, and I just barely have this a little damp. So the other new to me product is this Fenty setting powder in Lavender. It's Pro Filter. I'm just going to take a little bit of that and set my eye primer. And the next product that I'm going to use is this Nesting Bitch Face from Pretty Vulgar. It's a face palette, and it's not new to me, but I haven't used it a lot. It has bronzer, highlighter, and a blush, and it's a very, very pretty palette. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. As most of you know, it's my favorite brush to put on my bronzer. just seems to give me more control. Next up are these Natasha Denona blushes. I got these in the BoxyCharm pop-up. This one is a peachy nude. It's a very pretty color. I love it. And the other one is Golden Coral. And I love this one as well. The highlight on these both look the same to me. I'm probably going to go with the peachy nude. And I'm going to use my Real Techniques blush brush that I believe is discontinued. And then I'm going in with this Laura Geller Highlight 01. I believe that I got this in a BoxyCharm, maybe in the Ipsy. I don't remember. I got it in one of my subscription hoo-ha thingies. It's a very pretty highlight. And I'm going to use my Farrah highlight brush. It's very, very pretty. And a little bit on my nose, because my nose has to be shiny. It's just a very soft highlight. And now up to this point I have not talked about the star of the show, of course, the foundation, which I'm really liking. But here's the star of the show that I am so incredibly excited about. And it's the Sydney Grace Enduring Love eyeshadow palette. I have heard so much about this palette and how well it does overall, but especially how well it does on mature eyes. And it was out of stock forever. And I finally got my hands on it, and I'm just super excited. And this is the carton that it's in. And the back of the carton has the ingredients on it. And the first ingredient is not talc. I like that. Here's the palette itself. It looks just like the carton. And oh my goodness. Look at how pretty those shades are. I got the deep, and it is just so pretty. I have not touched it. I have not swatched it. So we're going to dig into this and see how it does. I like to put a very light shade all over the lid of my eye. It just helps the eyeshadow to go on smoothly. And since there is not a really light shade in that palette, I'm going to use this La Splash eyeshadow palette. As you can see, it has been well loved, and I have I have hit pan on this color. I don't know what color that is, and I'm going to be extremely sad when it's gone, because I use that as an all over the lid color for every look I do. I use it every day. When I'm getting ready for work, no matter what I'm doing, I'm using that shade. It's just perfect. It looks like a matte in the pan. I'm guessing that it's kind of a satin, because when I put it on, it just gives me a nice smooth surface to apply my shadows to. It also helps to finish setting the eye primer. So taking my Luxie 231, it's just a big fluffy blending brush, I'm going to go into my first transition shade, which is this color here, and it is called Juliet. Blending in really nice, and there's no fallout whatsoever. Next, I'm going to go into Robert and put that in my crease using the same brush. Oh, it's got a lot of pigment. I'm going to run that on my lid as well. Isn't it funny how when you're putting your makeup on, you cannot complete a sentence. You have to stop and think about what you're going to say. So I swatched John down at the bottom, Abigail in the middle, and Deanna on the top, on the back of my hand, because I wanted to see how they play together so that I could see where I'm going to go next. They're so pretty. So I think I'm going to put Deanna on the outer lower lid. We'll try that with a brush first. I'm going to use this little Moda detail brush. See if it will put this on my lid. Just a little bit of fallout with this color. My gosh, look how pretty that is. I'm going to try it with my finger, which of course always does better. Gosh, it's so pretty. And now I need a big fluffy brush. Where's my, here it is. So that I can wipe away the fallout. It wasn't a lot, but a little bit. And then using that same brush after I clean it off on my color switch I have hiding over here, I'm going to attempt to do the same with Abigail, and if that doesn't work I'll use my finger. I like to try my brush first. Look at the big blob of it that fell on my nose. Hope it's on my cheek too. Look at it. And I don't believe that that's the fault of the product. I believe that's the fault in how I'm applying. But again, if you do it right, you can just brush it away. So I'm going to go back in with my finger. My gosh, can y'all see that? Look at how pretty that is. And it definitely does not seem to be accentuating the crinkly skin of my eyes. Maybe I'm crazy. So pretty. So I'm not even going to attempt to brush with John. Hello, John. I'm just going to take John. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to take John on my pinky and put him in my inner corner. Oh. And now what am I going to do? I'm going to take my little Morphe M213 and then go back into Abigail with just a little bit so that I can blend those together. And I'm going to do the same with Leanna, just to define that outer color. I am pretty sure that I have found my new favorite palette. I mean, gosh, that is so pretty. I love it. Love it. And I ran that, the color John, into my inner corner for a highlight and a little along my lower lash. And now I'm going to go back into Robert using the same little Morphe brush and run that under my lower eyelash. And I'm going to pull that up. That always seems to help lift my eye. And then I'm just going to kind of smooth this out. And then I'm going to go into Leanna with that same brush and put just a little bit of that, only going about halfway. I'm just mirroring on my lower lash what I did on the upper lash. I'm going into Abigail and I'm going to put that right in the center. And then I'm going back into my Luxie 231, going back into the La Splash palette and that light color that I put all over my lid. And I'm going to run that here just to lighten that area back up and make sure that everything is well blended. I am in love. In love. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to do the other eye off camera and I'll be right back. So I'm going to do my brows, throw on some mascara, and I'll be right back. My brows was not a new product. It was the Maybelline brow pencil, and I did my lashes with this Essence lash extensions. I really like this mascara. It's like $4. So now I'm going to line my lips with this L'Oreal Color Rich lip liner, and it is Nude for Life. This is one of my favorites. My lips are not even. Anybody else have uneven lips? How does that happen? This side is perfect and this side is not. Well, this side is perfect too, but it's uneven. It makes it a little hard to try to get it the way it's supposed to be. Every time I put on lipstick or lip liner, I think about my grandmother. Very pretty color. Goes on very smooth. And then I'm going to use this Bite lip pencil. Molten Chocolate is the color. This is new to me. It even smells a little bit like chocolate. That went on really easy. Very pretty color. And so I've already set my face with my setting spray. And now I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Lavender setting powder. And I'm just going to use this Moda powder brush. Doesn't really have a lavender smell. I know I should have done this before I put my lipstick on. I never do anything in the right order. Well, I do things in the right order for me. And I guess as long as you get it on, it really doesn't matter, does it? That's a nice powder. It's very finely milled. And so I will clean my nose ring and take my hair down, and then I'll come back and give you my final thoughts. And so here's the final look. I absolutely love it. There wasn't any products that I used that I did not like. I think the foundation looks really good on me. It's not accentuating the lines and texture on my skin. The eyeshadows, the eyeshadows. Sydney Grace, I'm telling you, this is the new love of my life. I will be going back to the Sydney Grace website and looking for more. I know that she has some more palettes, lots of single shadows. I'm just super impressed. Like I said, I have seen lots of reviews about Sydney Grace products, and they have all been amazing reviews. I am super impressed. I mean, it looks so pretty. I like the lipstick. I love the Natasha Denona blush. The Becca Undereye primer, I think, did really well. The Fenty did really well. I have no complaints. The Laura Geller highlight did really well. I absolutely love all of the products. Thank you so much for spending some of your time with me today to watch me try out some of these new to me products. If you're new around here, my name is Leanna. If you're not already subscribed, I sure hope that you'll consider subscribing and ring that notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. It sure would make my day. And I'd like to remind you that makeup is meant to enhance the natural beauty that you already are. And we are all beautiful at any age. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Christopher, Mama got you a cocoa contour palette. It smells like chocolate. Look. It smells just like chocolate. Do you know what we're going to do with this when you get here in June? We're going to contour your face and make you look like you have a 5 o'clock shadow. And then that way you can shave that beard off and you won't need it anymore. I'll teach you how to use it, okay? Mama loves you, boo-boo. Look, I don't have lipstick on my teeth this time. I did good. I was a good girl. Now it smells like pizza. Always a cat hair.